Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video. And in this video we are going to be continuing on with our C# tutorial series. And in this particular video we are going to be talking about relational operators in C#. Now, relational operators are essentially something that is used with booleans. So you can, with relational operators, you can see if something is less than, greater than, less than or equal to, or greater than or equal to something else, right? So it kind of defines that relationship, hence relational operator, between the two operands. And then in the video after this one, we'll be talking about logical operators. But for now, we're going to talk about the relational ones. So, let's say we have a couple integers. Let's say int x equals, let's say, 50. Okay, well, int x equals 50, let's say. Int y equals, 67. And int z is equal to, let's say, 15. Or rather 75. So here we have three different integers, and we're going to use the relational operators to figure out the relationships between these different values. All right. So first things first is we're going to say bool, and this boolean is going to test if x and y, or rather if x is less than y. So is less than, we set that equal to x, and then the less than operator is the left angle bracket, less than y, like that. Then we can create another boolean, bool is greater than equals, and then for is greater than, we're going to test if x is greater than y. If x, and then greater than is the right angle bracket, y. Okay, x is greater than y. And then the last two we're going to take a look at are the less than or equal to and greater than or equal to. So then let's say bool is less or equal, and let's say y less than or equal to z. And then bool is greater or equal y greater than or equal to z, like that. Right? So if we take a look at our four Boolean variables here, the first one is x is less than y. Well, if we look up here at our values, x is equal to 50 and y is equal to 67. So the first one will return true. which then will mean the second one should return false. Because x is not greater than y, but it's less than y. So first one will return true, second will return false. Now, for the less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, we have y less than or equal to z. Well, let's take a look at y. Y is 67, and z is 75. So the third one will return true, and the fourth one will return false by that logic. So let's go ahead and see if that's actually true when we output it to the console. So let's do a console dot write line is less than console write line is greater than console write line is less than or is less or equal console.writeLine is greater or equal, like that. Okay. And so now, if we go ahead and do a Control F5, and I'm going to go ahead and invert my colors here. There we go. If we go ahead and zoom in on this for these values, you can see true, false, true, false. That's exactly what we expected. Okay? Okay. There we go. All right. So now let's kind of go back over these operators and kind of, review what they do, right? So, and I didn't quite explain less than or equal to, greater than or equal to very well. So this review will be beneficial. So the less than operator is to determine if the left hand operand is less than the one on the right. The greater than operator will return true if the left hand operand is greater than the right hand operand. Okay. The same sort of logic applies for less than or equal to, except one key difference. The less than or equal to operator will return true if the left-hand operand is less than or is equal to the right-hand operand. So let's say x was 3, right? And y was 3. If we use the less than or equal to operator, it would still return true because x and y are equal to one another, and the less than or equal to operator will return true if the two values are equal to each other or less than each other, or the left is less than the right. Okay? So then the greater than or equal to operator does a similar thing, except it'll test if the left-hand operand is greater than or is equal to the right-hand operand. So again, if we say y equals 3 and z equals 3, it'll still return true because at that point y and z are equal to one another. But if, say, y is 10 and z is, oh, I don't know, 69 or something, then it would return false because y is not greater than z at that point. So that pretty much does it for this video on relational operators, guys. Thank you all so very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.